1920 by 1080, it's pixel perfect. So because they're restricted by the scale of their pixel art, I mean, theoretically, I could make it full screen, and that would fix it, and I could do it like this. Yes is probably the only option. Hold on. Let me just try something. Yeah, it's not going to work on It's like that sort of works, but it's going to like hitch every time I tab out. I guess that's just what we have to do. Which is suboptimal, but we'll do it. All right, so aside from that, this game really doesn't like to tab out. This is Heroes Hour, a game that I'm going to briefly play the tutorial for, and then we're just going to jump into it. This is a game that has been on my watch list for a little bit because it looks neat. It's a little auto battler slash Might and Magic style game with a lovely little pixel art look to it. We're going to play this brief tutorial and then jump in. Welcome to Heroes Hour. This tutorial will teach you the basics. You are currently looking at the adventure map. Your hero stands there at the center. To select your hero, you can select your hero by clicking on them on the map. All right. It's a lion, and it's a level 1 lion. You can move your hero around the map by pressing right-click where you want to go. Your hero can interact with objects on the map. Go and pick up that pile of gold to the north. Very Heroes of Might and Magic-y. Your hero can only move so far each day, but that campfire just allowed you to move an extra 4 steps. Okay. Use them to travel northwards as you can travel more of the map will be revealed. Yep. All right. I just mostly want to know, like, the basics. Now that you move no further, you need to end your turn. Do this by clicking on... clicking on the end turn button. Oh, end turn. Each day, your hero gets their movement points refilled. You can also gain resources daily from certain buildings. Also, wow, this zooms out quite a bit. That does not scale well. You can gain your resources daily from certain buildings, like a sawmill up there. The zombies are defending it, but you can attack them by moving towards them, which is right there. Oy vey. Before the battle starts, you can move around your regiments, which are marked by banners. You have 2 different units, Goblin Gunners, which attack from range, while Gargoyles are fast melee units, and click to start battle. Okay, things that I can place. Gargoyle. Goblin Gunner. Okay, so the red guys are mine, and these zombies are what we're attacking. All right. Start battle! I mean, oh, I see. I can, like, give them specific attack and defend options. All right, so I guess I kind of give them orders while they just fight. That makes sense. I unfortunately can't click on that. If you just link the image instead of the thread, Pink, then I can mouse over it and see it without actually clicking on it. Otherwise, it's going to pop up in the middle of the stream. Now the zombies have been defeated, you can pick up resources. Wood is useful for constructing buildings, and you should also claim the sawmill by moving your hero to touch its gray flag. As long as you control the sawmill, it will give you 2 wood for each day that passes. All right, so that's pretty simple. Now I can pick up the wood. We can make that ours. You lose army units in battles, so you should get you lose army units in battles. You should get some reinforcements before you go into battle again. Move to the east until you find a town, and then take control of it. And you can also pick up any stray resources on the way there. Oh, don't attack. I guess it wants me to go this way. End turn. It's funny, this game has like a very coherent style, and then every now and again, like a window pops up that completely breaks this game's style, which throws me off completely, which is a little weird. Towns allow you to create units to expand your army. Do this by pressing the button with the man with the pitchfork. This brings up a creation screen, then pay gold to create the available goblin gunners. Man with the pitchfork. I mean, see, man with a pitchfork. Chat, do you guys see a man with a pitchfork? Is that a pitchfork? So I was told that this game had some like weird UI, and it does have some weird UI. This is some like nonsensically not straightforward UI. Very poorly designed UI. Also, I kind of lied. I can't click on that image, but it's fine. Because I opened the thread already anyway. I'd prefer less distractions. I'd prefer to just, talk about games and whatnot. But, you can talk about whatever you want. I just, unfortunately, when I'm not playing Dwarf Fortress, can't really take place in extracurricular discussions as much as I can when I am playing Dwarf Fortress, unfortunately. 9 damage. Just by clicking on the button with the man with the pitchfork. I still have no idea what button they're talking about. Okay, so I can like move units up to the garrison here. Oh, I see. Okay, create max. I get you. That little button down there. But chat, if you're sticking around for this game, could I get a round of beers? I'm just curious about how many people are lurking. All right, well, now that I've figured out how to use that silly UI. Oh, hey, little wood deliveries. That's neat. All right, what do you want me to do now, game? Each turn you can construct one new building in your town. You should build the tower, which is a type of structure that gives access to new units. You can click the map icon on the bottom left to open the build planner, and then double-click the tower to construct it. Just me and Pink Fluffy Llama? All right, feel free to post as many pictures of plants as you want, Pink, because we need some format of conversation. Tower. Can't be built. What? Unit choice. Scrolls. When this creature is below half health, it has a chance to cast a spell. And gargoyles. Let's take scrolls. They seem neat. Okay, so now I can create scrolls. Either gargoylites or scrolls for your army if there's a limit on how many units can be created of each type, which is reset every 7 turns. Next, travel northeast and send your hero to the minor shrine. I don't think you did, no. Minor shrine taught your hero the spell Summon Anima? Amina? Summon Anima. When you enter the battle, you can choose to use this spell more easily to defend your armies. Casting a spell costs mana, which will slowly regenerate day by day. Right, which makes quite a bit of sense. Move up there. Uh-oh. Jumped me into combat. I can just, like, move these guys around. I guess you kind of want these guys to take damage. I don't like the controls of it. All right, well, let's start the battle. Now I have this spell. Hey, I can cast it. That's fun. And throw flies into the middle of stuff from the looks of things. It takes a while to shut off. I guess we should drop them up there. Kind of a lot of bodies we're losing. Come on, guys. Do better. Ah, I don't have enough mana to cast that spell twice. Not likely. I don't see well enough to play Risk of Rain, and I've kind of accepted that. It got the more and more and more unpleasant the more and more and more I played of it. Unless people like genuinely really want me to play that, which I see is kind of not the case, so I don't know. Risk of Rain never did particularly well for my channel in the past. I don't know why it would in the future. Once the battle has started, you can cast spells by choosing them within the spellbook, and then choosing where the battlefield to cast the spell. Yeah, okay. Thanks for telling me something I already figured out. Each time your hero gains experience points, each time your hero gains experience points, now your hero has reached level 2. Congratulations. You can choose what type of hero you want them to become by picking one of the 2 possible skills. Mouse over to see what they each do. A royalty decreases the resource cost of creating units by 20% per rank. Teaches a hero an earth spell, which, according to rank, and increases the... Okay, interesting. Let's give you cost of units. But your hero's stats by double-clicking them on the map. Their portrait in the bottom left. All right. But yeah, no, Risk of Rain, the issue that I have with Risk of Rain is while it's a phenomenal game, SOS, and I love the music and I love everything about that game, the more and more and more they developed Risk of Rain, the more it is focused on the people who play that game a lot. And the people who play that game a lot want incredibly high skill cap characters and things that make the game more difficult to play. And as somebody who's visually impaired, that literally just separates my enjoyment from the game. The only characters I genuinely find fun to play in that game are Engie and Huntress for this reason. And most of the other characters are just uninteresting to me. And I played like hundreds of hours of those 2 characters. And people just constantly ask me to play other characters. And for me, I just feel like a broken record playing that game, explaining to people why I'm not playing the things that they find more fun to watch. So I've kind of decided that it's not worth it for me. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I'm paying money for content I can't play at that point, right? Which, while like it's great for that game that game is doing really well, and I'll buy the soundtrack if they do another vinyl pressing, but I can't. I want to, but I can't. If they made that game more accessible for visually impaired people, sure. But it, especially like, for me, once it got to the point where the game has an end, I can't beat that boss. Like, especially after they fixed it, I can't beat that boss. I've only ever beaten it once with Engie before they unbroke it when there was like exploits to like insta-give him. It's in the same realm as like Dark Souls for me, where it's difficult enough that it's just unpleasant to play because of my eyes. So I don't find that game fun anymore, which really sucks because I really enjoyed the early versions of it. I've decided that, like, you know, other people will play that plenty, I'm sure. Each day you should construct another building in town. Yep, okay. All right, well, I think I've played enough of this tutorial. I think I've seen everything that there is to see. So let's just, not quit the game entirely. Let's just jump into the actual game. Give it a shot. After it loads. Do you want to not capture Steam and instead capture the game? That'd be cool. Game does not like being captured. Good lord. So, yeah, no. To answer your question, SOS, I have no intention of playing it. This game, like, no offense to them, holy fuck, they've just, like, got some of the worst UI design I've ever seen. Like, quite literally, this is some of the worst UI I've ever seen. This is terrible. They also aren't really doing a great job of, like, I mean, this has got some real not made by a UI designer vibes to it, that's for sure. Like, why isn't this centered? All right, let's just select something that seems kind of reasonable. Let's just do that. That seems reasonable. I mean, just like when you zoom out here, like this all warps and looks awful. The game itself looks lovely. It's just... All right, so... How many soldiers do I have right now? In this little army? 4 and 13. Well, looks like there's 20 to 40 guys there, and 10 to 20 and 20 to 40 there. 20 to 40 there. 25 health and 6 speed on my goblins. 68 health and 10 damage and 8 speed on you. We appear to live in Great Rock, so all hail Great Rock, chat. By the maximum soldiers. Dead Forest. Dwelling that allows you to create harpy or goblin gorillas. Okay. Looks like we are Orc. All hail Great Rock. We are Great Rock. We can also build a tavern, which allows us to recruit heroes, and heroes come in us with a small army. Shantytown dwelling allows you to create goblin. Weekly of number of goblins. Okay. Plaza of the Horde increases town's income by 1,000 gold per day. You know, that seems like a smart thing to start off with, so let's just start off with that. Oh, I already own that building. Okay. Well, let's do that. Harpies. I'm assuming they fly because they have wings. Okay, so we can get goblin gorillas, which are a ranged unit. This creature fires a projectile, damaging enemies at a distance. If it deals half of its normal damage in melee combat, if there is an arena where units are too close for ranged attacks and too far for melee attacks. Okay, it's versatile. This creature is able to fight in melee without incurring the normal ranged unit penalty. All right, let's take you. All right. This is just a comment, but why is this UI wasting so much space? Like, they could fill this tech tree out to this wall and have these buttons appear, and it would be wasting so much less space and things would be easier to read. But all right, we can only build one thing per turn, I think. I guess we'll have to do one of those next turn. Guess we should just go grab some resources. Seems wise. 4 and 28. I mean, we could probably fight that. So we also have, like, gear for our dudes and whatnot. Yeah, this is very Might Magic. Very, very, very Might and Magic. We'll grab this ore. Oh. We'll end the turn. Uh-oh. That's a lot of dudes. Well, it seems like we should grab that. And head back home. Because I don't know what that is, but it looks scary. What can I make here? I can make a fort. A lot of little buildings here. Infirmary. After combat, infantry will save half of your dead units belonging to this faction. They will be added to the town's garrison. That seems really good, so we shall grab that. Also going to build the maximum of those that we can build. And Scream, because that looks like a lot of people. Okay, looks like we have to go after this. So we'll wait until next turn. All right, it seems to have left. Guess we're a threat now. Good. All right, so I do have some more units now. Let's grab the maximum that we can grab again. Looks like we're at our maximum. You guys, let's go hit this. Excellent. So we're up against 28 dudes here. I guess this is my hero. Those two are connected together for some reason. These guys, let's put these guys down here and go you kind of over there a little bit. Mitigate the true death of your army is always good? Yeah, generally. Okay, so I have one spell which I can cast, which seems to shoot out of my character. Boom. Oh, I see. It's like I have a dash that I can use. Kind of wish that there was a soft pause here. Did I just kill my champion? I think I did. Absolutely just killed my hero. There he goes. He'll reappear at the town, most likely. Player 1. All right, well, we lost 10 goblins. That's fine. They're replaceable. And my hero leveled up, apparently. Gained 1 attack and gets an ability. So currently has might. This hero gains special abilities to use in battle. And you increase my weekly thing. Bloodlust. Whenever creatures in a hero's army dies, the attack and speed of allied creatures is increased within a distance of 48. Okay. Teaches your hero's summoning spell, which, with strength and according to rank, increases the effect of all summoning spells by 25% per rank. I don't think I have a summoning spell. Bodyguards. Adds bodyguards to the hero's army during combat. That seems useful. I think we're going to do that. Let's grab bodyguards. And now we have this, which is going to give me 2 ore each day. Whatever ore is used for, I don't know. But I guess we'll find out. We should jump back over to the Great Rock! Guess next turn we can build stuff? Let's go do this next. Okay, so they have 20. So it should be good to go. Kind of wish that it would just show it like a steady camera instead of like moving the camera when I move my mouse. This is actually like kind of annoying. What? How come I can't use this ability now? Oh, I see. You can't use it twice in the same day. I get you. Get them, boys! They're a human faction? I don't know. I just selected a random start, which made me goblins. I actually know very little about what's in this game, Mr. Till. It has a demo if you'd like to try that, though. As far as I know, the demo is still available. All right, well, that's done. Also, humans are boring. Why would you play humans? Come on. So what does this do? Reveals clues pointing towards buried treasure. Ooh. What is that on the ground? There's literally a thing on the ground here. You're a human? Humans are boring. I mean, if given the options between goblins and humans, I will always pick goblins. Just say. Goblins, orcs? Fuck yeah. Let's go green, boys. Clap, 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 clap. You run up here. Mayhaps I am a goblin. What would you say of that? All right, let's grab you so that I can make heroes. Can I restack these units? Looks like I can. This is a really weird economy. Okay. Also, apparently I just gained a bunch of... Did you just gain a bunch of spells? Oh, fucker, you did. Huh, alright. Well, there's a bunch of dudes right there, but we need to wait a day. I'm not a goblin. I'm not a gulf. I'm a gnome. Well, you get gnomed. I don't gnome anybody about... I can't even. I'm going to stop trying to make gnome puns. Gnome puns are too hard. I hate gnome puns. I build units here now? No. Greatly increases the weekly number of units. The goblins. Goblin gorillas. Buy more goblin gorillas. Can I buy more units now? Doesn't appear that I can. All right, well, how many units do I have currently? I really wish it would just automatically restack them instead of like splitting them up like that. 12, 10, and 4. Go for a walk. It's kind of a lot of dudes. It's kind of a lot of dudes. That looks like a chest. Let's go grab that. It's a bit of a misnomer. It kind of is. Every now and again, I try and rhyme things with gnome, and it just doesn't work. +2 defense, +1 defense, +1 creature speed. Let's do +2 defense. Now, do you get a shield now? Is that how that works? Hey, you get a shield now. All right. Can I rename you? This game is broken. I found an unplayable bug. I can't rename this person. What a shame. I just picked up mercury. Crystals, apparently. It's almost as bad as not being able to pet the dog. Absolutely. I completely agree. Oh, they claimed a thing. Go grab this. No. I want that chest, but there's impossible enemies there. Fort protects small independent township which has stayed neutral and pacifist for centuries. In their wake of war, they are willing to teach you knowledge for some of your army themselves. So what you're saying is if I give you my goblins, I get a bunch of XP? All right, so sacrifice them units and they give me free level ups. We have bodyguards. Let's grab Bloodlust. What, for this game? Pink? A volcanic cult. This seems fine. Oh, okay, so it's another, like, sacrifice your units to get XP. Create max. I'm going to create all of the army that we can here. Oh, interesting. This is actually, like, the town. Yeah, this is very Might. You know, this feels like a Might and Magic fan game. Like, that sounds like a bad thing, but allows you to buy and sell resources for gold. Additional marketplaces improve rates slightly. Dwelling that allows you to create Centaur riders. Tavern allows you to recruit heroes. Which I can't get yet because it hasn't been a week. Let's go back here to get more soldiers, though. I mean, if you don't tell us what you're talking about or what you're working on, it's mighty difficult for us to, like, wrap brains around what you're talking about in the first place. So, just for whatever that's worth. You're not exactly making it easy for me to know what you're talking about. It's a neutral band of roaming dudes. Said your editor? Sure. What does that mean to me? Exactly. Not much is my take. So we're flying with Birds of Fortune, which don't seem to be particularly good. They've got, what, 76 health and 10 damage? About the equivalent of my Centaurs. Yeah, saying your editor doesn't really mean much. Alright, so I now have a bunch of battles, and I really wish that this had a pause. Oh, hey, it does. On your water spell. Costs 5 mana. Summon Worms. Costs 4 mana. Summons 4 units. Corpse Explosion. Affects corpses, making them explode. Alright, well, let's try this. That seemed very ineffective. Hover over this and stuff spawns or pauses. And we get worms. I like the little sounds that they make. They're very amusing. It was very quiet. Also, no settings menu. I would assume that Corpse Explosion would need corpses, yes. This doesn't seem too good. Looks like my whole army's routing. This seems bad. Come on, guys. Just do your job. You got one gerb, and it's don't die. You appear to be doing a very good job of dying. Somehow we won. Barely. Oh, I'm sure you can, Marlon. I can see how that synergy works. Sure, let's make summoning spells better. I don't even know what this is. Palace of the Horde. A captured gives 250 gold each day, connects to the nearby town, increasing the amount of creatures that can be spawned. All right, sweet. Well, pretty simple. Everything about this game just seems super simple. I mean, I've already got the hospital constructed too, so it's like, it's kind of fine. I just kind of don't like that the camera has in the combat is attached to the mouse. It's just disorienting. It doesn't really help. It makes the game like actively less fun to play, which is kind of a bummer. Gotta wait until next week. I wish you'd just join me down there, person. All right, still 2 more days. Bellinaire, thanks for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. You guys don't know Bellinaire. He plays, well, I guess he's now a full-time Elden Ring streamer until the world ends. But he's been playing a lot of Elden Ring, and he's very chill streams. If you enjoy my stream, you'll probably enjoy Bell's as well. If I could get someone to just like link Bell's stream because the shoutouts aren't working on my bot anymore, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, an Onion Ring player. Yeah. Someone's got to play the Onion Rings so that the rest of us don't have to, you know? Thanks, Pink. But I hope you're doing well, Belle. Dragon Cave. Visiting a Dragon Cave will allow you to send a small contingent of units to defeat the dragon and claim the riches. Sure. Red Dragon. I mean, it very much feels like a Heroes of Might and Magic fan game. I kind of don't think I have enough units to kill that. It's kind of funny because like I've seen some people referring to this game as really unique. It's like, oh, this game's new and unique, and I'm just like, oh god, I'm old. They haven't made a good Might and Magic game in a while, have they? That's a bummer. Not what? A full-time Onion Ring streamer? Belliner? But how was your stream today? Thank you a ton for the raid. Means a lot. Let's create Max. Max? What can I build? Nothing yet, apparently. I'm not totally sure how this building system works. It doesn't really make much sense to me. Possible, near impossible, impossible. Possible, impossible. That one's hard. Maybe doable? Possible. Impossible. Possible. Impossible. Also impossible. So I'm not totally sure what they want me to be doing right now. Rest of the day, not so much. Yeah, I saw the post about the water in the washroom. Like, what's gonna happen with that? Do you know? Do you have any idea, or is it just you're kind of screwed? Let's go get that, whatever that is. It's easy, supposedly. Oh shit, there's speed up at the top. Apparently we're the Crimson Horde. Allegedly. I can summon imps, apparently. Ice Wall seemed to do nothing, so let's... Okay, so imps are summoned out of my dude at the front. My hero seems really shitty. Seems to die really quick. Like, kind of obnoxiously quick. Well, this one seems to have gone a lot better than previous fights I've done. Apparently they have hostages. They have whatever Nick Fury thing that is. Fury, flying. This creature is able to fly, moving faster and dodging whenever it can't attack, I think is what that said. It is able to grab enemies close to death and drop them from high heights. It will also fly over walls. It has knockback and will retreat to stop from dying. Yeah, water damage is scary as hell. So hopefully it's not too major. Tickets is what you're looking for, Pink. It's more of a leader than a fighter. You bet Gandhi would go down pretty quickly in a fight too. Probably. Yeah. Wish Putin would take some notes. All right, well, what's going on up here? It's like we actually have a bit of a group up there. Hey, Gigi, what's up, dude? So I just need some of these, like, on-map fights to become doable, and then do them. Let's focus on this one next. Let's bring you down, and I can't make any more units. If I select you, that's challenging now. Okay, we're getting there. Not impossible. Well, that's an improvement. We've gone from impossible to not impossible or near impossible. I also feel like I need more heroes because I only have the one currently. I think we should get us a tavern next. What did I just do? Not sure. What it said it couldn't be built, and I clicked on it, and then this happened. We've grown to a township. All right. Gives +1 morale to all heroes and future heroes to be recruited here. Gives a one-time boost that makes all your heroes level up. Gives a medium amount of... This seems better. Patriotism. What the fuck did I do? Okay. I'm so confused by how this building menu works. Township is boat ship? I mean, it's a town on a boat, obviously. They're on a boat, motherfucker. Take a look at them. Nobody else. But they are on a boat, and it is going fast. And Well, these definitely still impossible. 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 Possible. Challenging. We could try one of those challenging fights. It's just the menu doesn't have a lot of feedback. It's just a very poorly designed menu. So wait, you can build once per day. Wait, so you can build once per day. But you can only recruit once per week? Yeah, that seems to be correct. All right, well, let's try and get this. Wait, hold on. There's an easy fight right there. What? Oh, yeah, I'd like to control the battle. I need practice. Why do they have... Oh, that's a flag. I thought that was a little heart. I was like, why are they getting little hearts? Let's spawn some imps. To cause some chaos in the middle. Charge through all these. Music's pretty good. It sounds kind of like it was written on Game Boys. I don't know if it was, but just like Heroes of Might and Magic. Gotcha. Yeah. No, I mean, this literally feels like they're just making Heroes of Might and Magic game with different combat. A new unit building will have to recruit once it's built. Yeah, no, that's what it seems like. I mean, I did play half the tutorial and I was like, this all seems really simple. And now I'm realizing that the actual difficulty of this game is deciphering the like ridiculously obtuse UI. Increases the health of all creatures by 5 and damage of all creatures by 1. That seems good. Especially, yeah, you know what? Fuck it, let's just take that. All right, what even is this? Oh, it's a sawmill. I see. Yes, I will gladly build a sawmill there. And also take that gold. Great that we get a refund right away. Well, that's next. At least the tooltips work. Yeah, I mean, it still takes some, like, figuring out. Like, it took me a minute to figure out what the actual build unit button was. Because, like, you have to click this all units button, and it's like, click on the guy with the pitchfork, and there's, like, nobody with a visible pitchfork. It's very strange. Built a marketplace. It's challenging. That one's hard. What's worse, hard or challenging? Like, that's actually not super clear. Like, is this easier? Or is this easier? I mean, I know impossible is probably really bad. Same with near impossible. I'm assuming challenging is easier than hard. Let's go for this guy. Hard is harder. Okay. Put them all up there. There we go. That seems to be working. Oopsies. I totally just fucked that up. This would be so much easier to control if the screen didn't move when I moved my mouse. We also appear to be losing. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Just took out some major units on their side. Although they are kind of in my little goblin forces there. The more red it is, the worse it is? Gotcha. Have you played quite a bit of this, Edson Striker? Recruits on the Scientist Hero of the Army Time. You know what? Let's grab you. All right. Got that and that. Well, and the turn. Onwards! Near impossible. Great. Although, in a world where there's a few different Might and Magic style games coming out soon, I'm really curious to see how this all shakes out, because like there's this, which is kind of like, this game feels really budget in a lot of ways. Like this really kind of has like small developer feels to it. I'm really curious to see how Songs of Conquest comes out, because that's the other one that I'm kind of paying attention to. You bought it in early beta and played it a lot. Not much recently. It used to have a massive memory leak, and it would literally use all of the RAM. Really? Well, nothing's ever used all 64 gigabytes of my RAM. So, Hollow hated Hollow. What makes you so hated in Hollow? But for the stream, increases your town's income by 500 gold per day. Not that I've got a problem with that. Allows creation of a non-faction creatures. 2 unit slots become available. Price of creatures increase. More of them are created. Seems useful. I haven't played Planet Coaster long enough then. Planet Coaster never used all of the gigabytes of memory for me. It used all of my CPU. But also a long time ago. Building that allows you to create Shaman. Weekly number of units of 4 can be built. I don't know what Shaman are, but I guess we'll build that. The maximum number of them. I really don't like that it doesn't automatically stack them. Or maybe it is. No, but it doesn't in this screen. What? That is so strange. Just stack the army. I don't need to see everything spread out like that. That's weird. Hello, our tragedy. Or that tragedy. I mean, I guess, I suppose. I don't really know what the status of that game is these days. Well, that one's only medium. I guess we could do that. Roll the magical creatures. Let's end the turn first. Let's get one more turn worth of reinforcements. I think I'm still waiting on some. Thonk, thonk, and thonk. Oh, out of crystals. Well. Let's go sort this problem out. A powerful army enters a battle. It can be deployed. Not all units can be deployed at once. Oh, that's no fun. If I want to deploy all my units, damn it. That seems like a video game oversight. I don't even know what's going on. Apparently we won. Well, none of those are auto battlers, tragedy. So, everything. Last part is a Dark Souls reference, with the first part being the last that remains at the time that calls the Dark Ages, and when we saw cool. I mean, it's a nice, unique username. I like it. Oh yeah, I wasn't expecting the actual like origin story of you. So you said that this is described as an auto battler, which is sort of accurate for the combat, yes. And then you ask, what makes it different than Warcraft, StarCraft, and CNC? You realize those are all RTS games, right? Not auto battlers? Also, hello Bobtron and good night, Bastet. Gives a visiting hero extra movement for the next battle. Oh, that's interesting. Well, there's gold right there, which I should have grabbed, but oh well. No, it's fine. I often ask people about usernames because I like to know, but it's very rare that people actually answer, so that's neat. I was saying thank you. Username origins are always kind of fun, in my opinion. Let's just get more money. Crystal mine, that's the thing that we need. Only moderate. We'll see if we can't do it. All right, so let's just put all the... I kind of don't like how they're grouped up. That's weird. So far, my impressions of this game is solid, but maybe has enough poor decisions that I won't play it for very long. For what it is, though, it's okay. An auto battler, you don't have direct control. An RTS, you do. CNC, you have direct control. Age of Empires, you have direct control. StarCraft, you have direct control. I can't click one of them and tell them to go to this place. An auto battler, you place units onto the map, and then they just fight. Besides, this is more of like a... This game has more in common with Heroes of Might and Magic than an RTS. If you think that RTS games are auto battlers, you should do a little bit more research on both of the genres, because they are very, very, very different. Increases health of your units in the army by 5% per rank. For each rank, it gives you 20% for each armor to avoid damage. Sure, you know what? Let's do that. I like things to have more armor. Grab that and that. Let's go fight this. We've got militia, flaming birds. So you see, in an auto battler, you place units like this, right? In an RTS game, that wouldn't be where the interactions end. An RTS game, you have to select units. Well, what is this game? It's Heroes of Might and Magic with an auto battle combat system instead of a turn-based combat system. That's what this game is. And Heroes of Might and Magic is kind of a light overworld game with strategy and empire building and hero management. And then after all of that, it's a turn-based strategy game. But this has an auto battler instead because auto battlers are cool, hot, and in vogue, I guess. So my only interactions with this combat is I can select this stuff. That's the only interactions that I have. Aside from that, they just fight. Total War is an RTS combat system, yes. It is a real-time combat system. But I'm not here to argue genres with you guys. I'm just here to play this game and have a good time. Creates a phantom that duplicates. Man, this character's leveling up really quick. What am I getting to interact with at the bottom menu? Spells that my hero has and abilities that my hero has. But I don't have direct control over the hero. I can just cast spells. Increases the morale of units. That seems useful because they keep retreating. No retreat, only Zool. I've never played it. I have no thoughts, amateur player. Hunter's Outpost. Entering the outpost is surrounded by grim figures, a band of mercenaries once working for a bounty hunter who died on one of their missions. They look up and down and decide that they may join you for a price of 3,000 gold. Well, I got tons of gold, so sure. You seem great. We visited the Hunter's Outpost. We've got the Crystal Mine, which is giving me 1 crystal every turn. All right, so this is our city. These are all of our little things around here that I have captured now. What else do I still have left? I guess we need to go capture that, capture the stuff up here, and then we can go knock down these gates. Cool. Let's grab all the stuff from the garrison. Makes the maximum numbers of those. Stuff I don't have the money for, which is fine. Let's go grab that crystal next turn. We're gonna go deal with these neutral units that are running around. 3 XP. The Nightmare and whatever that is. I feel like these battlefields are a little boring. So I can summon imps. I have a ice ball, which doesn't seem super effective, a charge attack, and I can summon worms onto the map. So I can summon some more units, but that's about it. Looks like they have some pretty big explosions. That's unpleasant. Sure who's casting that spell, so let's just do that. Through the middle of these. Maybe I should have cranked up the difficulty to a higher level. It was very simple. I feel like installing programming languages in general is a bit of a journey. For this game? Yeah, it's pretty easy. I'm finding like no resistance here, but I also haven't actually hit the air quotes other factions. I've only actually fought against neutral AI. After combat allows you a hero to hire some of the defeated enemy units. Yes, please. It's very useful. Take the treasure. Heavy cape, what's that? +2 defense? Sure. Weapon? Gotta end the turn. But this is also just on normal difficulty, so who knows? Maybe it's harder at the harder difficulties. I don't know. I guess it also depends on how much experience you have with games like this. Can I, like, break these units up? Because it looks like I just kind of enjoyed them. A bit annoying. Kind of didn't want to do. It's like my guys can, like, summon units up there. Guess those scrolls are finally doing some work. Vroom. I wouldn't. It's certainly not a remake, because if it was a remake, it would have turn-based combat. To me, this feels mostly like an homage to Might and Magic. A game that looks like it's going to end up being more of a remake is Songs of Conquest Amateur. Air for 2,770? Sure. Let's grab that dock. Sure. All right, so now we just need to get whatever that is, which is a gold mine. Cool. We go get that treasure chest, but these guys are easier. There's also a bunch of units back home. This is such a not great designed menu. No idea what I'm looking for on that menu. But new city view is such a pain. It makes 0 sense. Quite literally, 0 sense. Speaking of 0 sense, where the fuck did my hero go? Oh, I see. You're just invisible and in a boat. Maybe this was a bad decision. I don't know. Oh, those chests up there. This could go either way. None of my spells are up, though, so I can't really do much. All my shit's on fire. This seems suboptimal. Guys, you want to do me a favor and stop being on fire for a minute? No, well, there's nothing I can do, so... Guess we'll flee. Yeah, I tend to agree with you, Amateur. Not being on fire? I don't know, have you ever tried being on fire? Good. Oh, I see. Did the might and magic thing and respawned at home. Got it. Right, well. It's only a moderate difficulty. Maybe it's because, like, my army was pretty beaten down after that. One way to get guys? Yeah, respawn at the town and then build new ones. Alright, I'm actually getting to the point now where I need certain resources for things. Ooh. I can almost buy a Cyclops. I do quite need that, though. Although that was supposed to be easier. I don't know. Go hit you again. I was on paper supposed to be able to win this fight, but let's try it again. Yeah, I guess I'm kind of just perplexed as to why people are so excited about this game. I think that this is continuing to like remind me that unless your name is Conquest of Elysium, if you're an auto battler, I'm not super interested in your game. Because Conquest of Elysium actually feels like it has enough depth, which it does, to keep like me interested. One day cooldown devours a group of friendly units. Doing so gives a temporary boost to all units. Gotcha. But I fear that this game might be a bit too light for me. But we'll play it out for today at the very least. Give it a day. Give it a shot. Play this one game out. See what we think about it by the end of it. Maybe I just need to crank it up to like super hard difficulty. And then I'll like it. But right now it feels a little light. Oh, there's wood there. Burned your hand today, even though it wasn't on fire per se. As somebody who had his hair set on fire once when he was younger, I wouldn't recommend being set on fire if you can avoid it. That did actually happen to me. True story. Let's get centaurs because those seem pretty good. Must have smelt really bad. I don't know. I was like 6. I'll be honest with you, I don't really remember it. All right. Now we can go for these guys, I think. I love how the little crowd of units follows the hero unit. That part's pretty great. I also feel like I have almost no strategic control over these fights, which is a little... Like, at least pretend that you're a strategy game. Yep, got something. I like these little summonable dudes. They're kind of cool. Set your hair on fire for a second while welding aluminum overhead next to it. Really? Yeah, that's not good. It's like Dominion's Light with some other unique things, minus a lot of the tedium. Dominions is just a bit too tedious. So if you like the tedium and like detail of Dominions, then it's the better game. If you just want to play a game, then Conquest of Elysium's better. Also, in my opinion, Conquest of Elysium, a big map game takes like 6 hours tops. Dominion's a big map game takes like weeks. So one's a bit much. There we go. We now have the gold mine. Or will next turn when I can move one more tile forward. God, parts of this game just feels unfinished in such a weird way. I know there was people I could fight there. Oh, hey, it's a building I can siege. Now this just straight up looks like Might and Magic. Like, this is just like Might and Magic. There is nothing else here. This is just Might and Magic. Not the first time you've set yourself on fire. I set my clothing on fire at my old job once. I think the problem is the combat is almost too fast. It's hard to follow what's actually going on. But maybe that's just me, I don't know. Whereas, like, with Conquest of Elysium, I can very easily tell what's going on because units aren't bouncing or being all chaotic. But with this, I find it really difficult to actually see who's winning. Sure, we'll hire their units. Take the Alchemy Lab. I don't know what that does, but I'll take it. Are there settings for this things? This game had a very unhelpful options menu from the look that I gave it. Considering I need to exit out to the... Oh, no, I don't need to exit out to the main menu. Combat speed. I mean, you can slow down the combat speed. But, like, that's not what makes it difficult to track. What makes it difficult to track is the fact that the mouse is tied to the screen movement. I mean, I guess I could turn down the combat speed, but it wouldn't really change my ability to track it because, like, all you really do is you watch until the fighting's over and then you win or you retreat. I actually reinstalled Battle for Westnoth recently. Skip to the outcome because it's an easy fight. Take the units. Got some armor out of it. It's annoying that they keep recapturing my buildings. I wish they'd stop doing that. Still trying to figure out how to hire new heroes, too. Because apparently I can hire new heroes. But I guess I have to do it through this screen, but this screen makes 0 sense. Nomad Plaza, Marketplace, Horde, Infirmary, Spirit Altar. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'd just like to figure out how to hire... I already have one. Like, don't tell me what I may need. I know what I need. It's this, it's this thing. No interest in Hero Siege. I don't handle game requests. If I don't want to play a game, I haven't already played it. I've been aware of that game since it originally came out, and I have 0 interest in it. This is your first time to this stream, Hated Hollow, and I don't know how you ended up here, but we generally play a lot of very, 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 very niche indie stuff. So I have a specific shtick that I stick to. This is me, like, reaching out into more popular fields briefly to just see what it's like, and then I will go back to my hole where it's safe and quiet and there's cobwebs. I don't have enough money to really build anything, do I? Guess I could make a Nomad Hall, which makes inexpensive pre-made armies. But, like, I can't afford it, so it doesn't matter. I don't know. This game just doesn't seem very good to me right now. This should absolutely have a tavern tab. Why doesn't it? Yeah, it's had Battle for Westnoth for a while. Like, where the fuck is the tavern in here? Like, I built a tavern. Infirmary, Shantytown, Mercenary Hall, Champion Stat. Oh, there it is. Ah, I see. Crew to Hero. Hey. Okay. I now have another hero. Hallelujah. I found the tavern somehow. Bottom right. It's okay. Plenty of people follow me and then immediately forget that I exist and then never actually watch my streams, so it's a pretty common thing. I mean, I do that to people all the time, Hated Hollow. Oh, really? That's giving me one mercenary each day. Interesting. All right, well, I have a second hero now. Hire the soldiers. Give you another spell. What do you have? Freedom Call. Your hero shouts, triggering a high morale for all nearby allies. Allies? Only works if your hero is alive. Yeah, that makes sense. It would make sense that like a Freedom Call wouldn't help very much. If it makes you feel bad, then don't say it. It's all good. Yes, but not that many people play Dwarf Fortress. I didn't say I only play extremely niche games. I said I mostly play extremely niche games. Which is true. I mean, if Kitfox wants to give me access to the Steam version currently, I'll gladly take it. Let's see if we can handle this. We're going to be fighting that initial horde pretty well. Be pretty balanced. Deals damage to a single target and slows them. We'll try summoning some imps right here to cause some chaos. Not that they'll last too long, but it'll give me time to hopefully fight with this. Need this guy dead. That guy. Yeah, there he goes. Hey, they retreated. Let's hope this was your last reboot. I also hope it was your last reboot. Hi, properly, Infinity. How are you? Love to hire those soldiers. Well, I seem to need mercury more than crystals. Let's run back up that way. And the turn. Also, Ensign Striker, question. If I stack two heroes up, does it blend the two fights together? The game hasn't said anything about that, but it certainly seems that way. I'm just wondering if that assumption is correct. You need to go to sleep. We'll see you when we see you. Enjoy the sub. You don't think it does? Boo! Huh. One of the other characters went and died. Near impossible. Well, that's reassuring. We'll test it on that. Wish the music wouldn't stop every time I'd open this up. Yeah. Oh, actually, no, I think it does. I've got units in reserve, which are not a part of this squad. So it must. Kind of a massive assumption, but. Was the stream pretty good? We played through Aperture Desk Job, which was very eventful. And now we're just kind of getting a first impressions of this, which is like, meh, so far. It's kind of my opinion of this. Kind of have the same problem with this that I have with every auto battler, with the exception of Conquest of Elysium, where it just kind of feels like I don't really have any say over the combat, and it just feels like an excuse to make a very simple combat system and not an intriguing game, which kind of sucks. Oh, hey, that's how reinforcements work. All right. Also, half of the UI doesn't fit in the game, which is very strange. The UI in this game seems incredibly poorly designed. I'm also very disappointed that I can't just have all of the units on one screen at one time, and I can only have, like, portions of the units on the screen at one time, which is very disappointing. I don't know. Kind of mixed on this one right now, currently. Really need you guys to, like, go get some more units. Make you a bunch of units. Sure, why not? Hard fights don't seem all that hard. Apparently we have a bunch of, like, glowy snotworms. No idea what those do, but ow, why did that hurt everybody? That seems not fair. I see. Charge! My dude. And he dies. Very efficient, boss peoples. This does seem to be the game that Stream Raiders really wants to be, though. That's one thing I'll say about this. Which I don't know if that's necessarily positive praise, but... I don't know, chat. From what you've seen of this so far, what do you think? Especially if you have played this. I'd like to know what your guys' thoughts are of this game so far. Let's grab all that sulfur. Mages trek from far and wide to meditate near this marvelous crystal orb. Infused with magical powers, you may enter the arcane ritual, spending a full day to return your mana and better acknowledge stuff. Well, sure. But I don't have enough materials to do that, so I can't. Worst tile set ever? Isn't that your opinion of every game that isn't Dwarf Fortress, though? And also, just to kind of hit an earlier conversation, don't ever feel bad for, like, following a channel and then never actually tuning in. Because, like, I've done that for so many channels for years. You tune into a channel, just, like, tune in. Hang out. Always welcome. Doesn't matter how much time you've actually spent in a channel. I will say this, though. Aperture Desk Job, great tile set, Kleno. And if you disagree, unfortunately, I'm just going to have to inform you that you are incorrect. All right, well, the Goblin Hordes and the Great Rock seem to be kind of broke currently. It looks like we need to fight through these gates. Time to go throw boys at the meat shield. Or into the meat grinder, rather. So let's go throw boys in the meat grinder and see if we can get through that. Wish these boys luck. Because damn it, they're going to need it. Fight first. Fight hard. Charge! Ah! That's how you play a very scary game like this. Chat, can I get a round of beers? in good luck for this army that's all going to go into the slaughterhouse. Lamond, thank you very much for keeping that sub alive for a 6th month. That's half of a year. That's 2 times 3 months. That's 3 times 2 months. Apparently, this was near impossible, and we won. So that's great. This game's very difficult. Diplomacy. We can't afford the diplomacy. How typical. I guess I will level you up. Time to move into here and start ravaging these villages. Excellent. Charge! Oh! I should have played this on hard, not on easy. Turns out. I like the look. It's very charming, but it seems a bit shallow. Bit of fun in the evenings, I think. If we need to, like, change it up, I could see myself playing this again, but I'm gonna scroll back up to look at your guys' feedback. Seems interesting, cute, worst tile set ever. But how's stream? Stream's been all right. Infinity. Played Aperture Desktop Job, Aperture Desk Job. We played some Dwarf Fortress, and we're messing around with this. It's okay though. We're making more money per turn now. That seems like a lot of dudes. Let's bring the other squad in here. Doop 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 doop. Let's go grab that because no resistance. And we'll go hit that next turn. At which point they come and hit us. Looks like they're gonna boot us out of their land. Well, that's unfortunate. I may have to just flee. This seems suboptimal. Fight to the last goblin, ya green boys! Actually, they look kind of like brown boys, but we'll call them green boys for sake of ease. On in some worms, right next to their hero. They all got annihilated. This checks out. This seems bad. This seems real bad. Run away, boys! Run away! All right. Now my strong hero versus their strong hero. Let's see how this goes. Let's devour some of these things. Give us all a buff. And then I don't really have enough mana to do much else. Not sure if we're going to get any reinforcements. So half speed is better, but now it just looks awful because everything just looks stuttery. It's very clear that the game was not optimized for the half speed option. Looks like a lot of them are just fleeing. That's kind of surprising. All right, we got to charge through. Kind of sacrifice my hero briefly. I don't know how the hell we managed to win this. I guess that buff that I gave all my dudes at the beginning won us the fight there against Princess Peach here, so that's good. So, yay. Meanwhile, this guy goes back home. Let's increase my town's income. Because I clearly don't have enough right now. I'm going to create maximum of that. Grab all the extra units. Head him as close as he can. Also, chat investments are open if you want to invest your tickets. Well, we still have that mine, so that's good. Let's just go stand here in the gateway. So if they try and come at us, they'll just get locked in there. What? Are you telling me that I can't use that gateway as a defensive wall like they did? Seems mighty strange. Not a fan of that. Hell. Kind of ripped off. I'm going to eat these dudes to give us a buff. Because that seems to have saved us the last time, so let's see if we can save it again. Knock them all back there. I don't know if we're gonna... I don't think we got this. Yeah, we seem kind of fucked here. Yeah, looks like we're kind of fucked. Nobody wants to invest their tickets? Exclamation point invest, chat. Come on. Somebody's gotta wanna. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. In these stupid fights. Oh, okay. So this was the fight where we were behind the wall. Yet we weren't. That's also kind of tacky. I thought that we were defending from the other side, but apparently not. Oh. Yeah, I hate this camera. This camera's awful. Like, this camera's actually offensively bad. It's so hard to follow anything. Just, like, give us a still shot of the entire fight. Like, don't, like, swing this stupid camera around. I can't focus on anything. Like, it's not making me nauseous or anything. It's just obnoxious. It's just a poorly conceived camera. I don't even know who's fighting now. It's one of my heroes, but I'm not sure why we're fighting at this point. Just like real life, I guess. Let's charge through you. Yeah, I guess we just lose that too. All right, well. I also don't feel like there's any real problem with dying in this game. Like, there seems to be no actual consequences for dying. Unless I'm missing something. Can I buy units right away when I do that? I could, but I don't have the money. All right. Let's just end the turn, see what these guys do. Oh, they captured one of my things. They got way more heroes. All right, well, I'm definitely kind of learning about what you need to do in order to play this game. Where's my other guy at? Right there. And also, we've definitely set this up in a way so that I'm kind of guaranteed to lose. Because I didn't know what I was doing previously. I mean, I think we're going to lose next turn. Like, mostly certain. Yeah, I don't think... Chat, I don't think this game's very good. That's my impression of this. I don't think this game is very good. Like, it's... The painful thing about this game, from what I've seen so far, is... This could be really good. I think it just... This game just needs, like, more testing. It needs more time in the oven. Because, like, all of the elements are here to be a really neat homage to a game that I really like, which is Might and Magic. But the reality of it is it just ends up being... Like, this combat has a lot of problems that makes it really hard to follow. Yeah, it could be really good, but instead it's just kind of... almost really good. You know what I mean? Like, you know when you play like a free browser IO game? It's not early access. This is a full release. Like, you know when you find a browser game and it's like, man, there's a lot of really neat ideas in this, but we're not quite there yet. This feels like that. I mean, I know I fucked up and we're about to lose the game, but like, that's what this feels like. It feels like a browser game kind of that has a lot of really neat ideas, but maybe it's just suffering from developers' first game syndrome or something along those lines. That just makes the game less than amazing. Like this just needs an option to like give me a one-screen fight. Like there in Might and Magic, they would give you like the entire battlefield would fit in one screen. It was always a hex grid, right? For the combat in Might and Magic. And they could do just like the locked one screen, which would be great with activatable abilities down at the bottom and an active pause. That would make the combat significantly more pleasant. Combat needs to run a little slower, and they also need to make the frame rate look a little bit smoother for that. The reason we're losing here is because it took me so long to find the button in here to make new heroes, but now like they have like 8 and I have like 1, and it took me way too long to capture this region. So we kind of have an option. Either we yeah, fuck it. Let's try a new game. Let's try a new game. Let's just leave it on normal. And let's just try this again. I want to give this game a little bit more of a shot. Execution leaves a lot to be desired. Like on paper. Oh my god, why is this such a big map? Let's try this again. Let's try a slightly smaller map. I don't want to do something that's huge. Let's do yeah, I think that's what we had last time. Field of 3. Feud of 3. I mean, why would I care about what faction I play? I'm just trying to get a taste for the game, dude. Also, they don't seem to matter all that much. Why in the world would I care about what faction I play in a game that I don't know anything about any of the factions? Scrolls or gargoyles? Let's go for gargoyles. Seen scrolls before. Haven't seen gargoyles before. Field of Mages gives me spells. Guess we have to wait until tomorrow to do that. You're apparently hard. Well. Ah, there's the other button I was looking for. Till tomorrow. But yeah, no, I always just do random faction in a game that I've never played before, because what's the point in, like, selecting one? Also, to be completely honest with you, hadn't really figured out how that menu UI wanted to work enough to be able to really select one, so... I'm on a camel from the looks of things. Also seem to have a lot more mana with these characters, I guess, because we're wizards. Just knock that out. There we go, player 1. Oh, I guess it's that day, right? I guess I have a bunch... I've got too much fucking editing this week, Clino. Thanks for just reminding me. I have to... I might actually get the Future of the Fortress stuff up after I talk with Tarn, because I also have a podcast to edit in 2 days. I'm dead. Anybody want to, like, volunteer to do all of my editing for free, which is literally a full-time job? Don't actually offer. I'm not offering to take volunteers. But my god. Unclear vision. Yeah, that's very unclear. I mean, it'd be weird if it didn't run great. If Battle for Westnoth didn't run well on your machine, I would seriously question the quality of your machine. Let's build an infirmary. Oh, there's wolves there? I didn't even see them. They were like invisible to me. What's this do? Second life, minor earth spell. Affects corpses, summoning ghosts of the dead units. Oh, interesting. Summon the ghosts of the dead units and they immediately die, it looks like. Need to hit back there. I really wish that I could hit these with a hotkey, and if I can, I wish that hotkey worked. Well, that seems to be not great. Yeah, I think, like, after starting a new one like this, I don't think this game's for me, guys. There's something about this. It's just not very good. Like, I can't quite put my finger on it, but I have no desire to play any more of this. That's my take on this game. Yeah, I don't know. There's just something about it. It's just not very good. Let's Heroes Hour, everybody. Play it if you want, I guess. All that being said, chat, I think that's me for the day. Mostly because Clino has reminded me that I have like another 11 hours of editing I need to do in the next 3 days, so I guess I should probably go get started on that shit. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. It's been fun. It's been a good stream. To everybody in places in the world that are